Long ago, in a land divided by kingdoms and pride, the gods placed their favor on one maiden. She was destined to bring riches, power, and glory to the man who won her hand. But destiny is never without blood. For the sake of this maiden, two kingdoms, Abiye and Gimbe, will clash in a war so fierce that the villages will burn, crops will rot, and thousands will die. Her name was DumDum, but she herself had no idea she carried such a fate. DumDum, a beautiful young woman living peacefully with her family in the Abiye kingdom. Yet, DumDum was no ordinary maiden. She carried a secret gift from the gods, a black round mark on the nape of her neck. The mark was a sign that whoever married her would inherit wealth, prosperity, and divine blessings. But DumDum herself had no idea. To her, it was only a birthmark. She would laugh whenever her friends asked about it at the stream. "It's nothing, just a birthmark," she would say, brushing off their curiosity. Unknown to her, the gods had already revealed her destiny to the princes of both Abiye and Gimbe. Each, desperate to secure prosperity for his people, sought her hand. The oracle had told them, a maiden marked by the gods will bring riches and blessings. Look for the one with a round black spot at the nape of her neck. Meanwhile, another man had his eyes on DumDum, Duma, the one she thought she loved. Duma's father, a cunning herbalist, had uncovered the truth about her gift. Duma never truly cared for her. He only wanted the blessings she carried into the family. One day, DumDum and her family traveled to Gimbe Kingdom to attend her aunt's wedding. It was customary for visitors to pay respect to the royal family, so they appeared before the king and his household. As DumDum knelt in greeting, the prince of Gimbe noticed the mark on her neck and immediately recognized his power. He told his father in secret after DumDum's family had left. On their way back home after the wedding, DumDum's beauty caught the attention of the Abiye's prince, who was traveling the same route with them. With her parents' permission, he invited her to ride with him. During the journey, he too saw the mark on her neck, and from that moment, desire and fate tied their paths together. When word spread that both the princes of Abiye and Gimbe saw DumDum's hand, tensions rose. What began as rivalry quickly spiraled into threats and soon into open war. The battle was fierce. Villages were burned, crops and livestock were destroyed. Countless men fell on both sides. The land groaned under the weight of bloodshed, all for the hand of one maiden. In the midst of this chaos, Duma attempted to kidnap DumDum. It was then that she discovered the painful truth. He never loved her. He only craved the power that she carried. Her heart broke, but she refused to go with him, choosing instead her freedom and dignity. The war dragged on until tragedy struck. The Gimbe prince was killed in battle, while the Abiye prince fought valiantly but suffered severe wounds. Though weakened, he emerged victorious, and by tradition, DumDum was to be given to him in marriage. Yet, it was not victory alone that bound them. As DumDum tended to his injuries with patience and care, the Abiye prince began to see her not just as a maiden of power, but as a woman of strength, gentleness, and courage. Slowly, she took him to love him, for she saw in his eyes the heart of a man who longed not just for riches but for peace. At last, the two were married. Under their rule, Abiye absorbed Gimbe, and the pimple, once torn apart by war, began to heal. And in the quiet of the palace, when no one else could hear, DumDum, Abiye, and Abiye Prince will lean close and whisper softly to each other, "I love you, and I love you too."